Shalom, giving all praises, glory, and honors unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakudash, the honors to the apostles, bishops, elders, a great millstone. Peace and blessings to the 144,000, the rest of the hopeful elect. This is Brother Tazawan from GMS Atlanta, back with another edifying video. And this here is this is from Redacted, a video just put up earlier, 4 hours ago from Redacted. And as you can see, it says breaking, next pandemic plans exposed before election, bird flu, VX being fast tracked. All right. And so I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just let this play for a little bit. And I did a video on this a few weeks ago about, what is supposed to be coming soon. The CDC had reported it, and a few other articles that spoke on this, but this could be, something coming. Remember the scripture says pestilences. So, you had one major global event happen in the last few years, dealing with illness. And now they're saying that this could come soon. It could be before election, or it could be right after. Because you still got a good month, month and a half before, almost 2 months before the next president is sworn in, January 20th, 2005. I believe that's the date, usually when it happens. Sort of like what happened with January 6th a few years ago. So we'll see, But I want to play this and pay attention, These are the reports.
Yeah, no, they're classic, and you look like a man wearing them, like actual polo shirts, actual T-shirts. They look good. So anyway, all right. Well, stop me if you heard this before.
Make sure it's recording. All right.
Government officials and Big Pharma are coming together to hold a big summit to warn us all about the coming pandemic. Sound familiar? Yes, it's happening all over again, and we've been covering this story for months here on this show, so this is not a surprise to us at all. Maybe it is to some of you watching for the first time. BARDA just granted $176 million to Moderna to accelerate their development of a bird flu vaccine, an emergency bird flu vaccine. Now, you'll recall Moderna never had a successful product ever come to market, ever, in the history of their company. The only time one of their products ever made it to market is because they got to sidestep trials on humans, basically, and use emergency use authorization during the pandemic and get us a COVID vaccine.
And again, it's worth reporting that the current bird flu we have now is not contagious from human to human, very rarely, right? Also, we have treatments. So what they're saying is that they are developing a vaccine in case it mutates. Well, how do they know what it's going to mutate to? It's their best guess.
This sounds like it's a playbook right out of the last thing we dealt with.
Yeah, seems familiar, right?
I mean,
okay,
and
so what are they doing?
This is not a conspiracy theory at all. I mean, they're literally doing it again, using emergency use authorization to push us a bird flu vaccine. As we reported before, the U.S. and European Union are also using emergency orders to order bird flu vaccines from the vaccine manufacturer CSL Seqirus, which is funded and advised, of course, by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Mm-hmm. And they're about to hold a massive bird flu summit in Washington, D.C. to plan how they're going to carry out this plan. We'll get to that part of the story in a second. But first, these are the same clowns that locked us up and told us to panic about COVID and preparing disease X right now and the next round of lockdowns. As Dr. Peter McCullough says, bird flu is their next pandemic, and they're trying to make us scared about it. And preparing disease X right now and the next round of lockdowns. As Dr. Peter McCullough says, bird flu is their next pandemic, and they're trying to make us scared about it.
So you heard it. That's all I'm gonna play. Fair use. I'm not getting any money for this. Fair use. But you heard it. Shalom.